Hello there, folks. These are the hands of me, Dan Brown, from sortofinteresting.com, and today I would like to show you the contents of this little tin here. No, I haven't taken up smoking. This is what I call, in very big inverted commas and very tongue-in-cheek, my everyday walk survival kit. So I just wanted to throw a few other things in before we get started. I do love me pens and notebooks. I've done a proper everyday carry video looking at things like my Leatherman micro multi-tool here, which is extraordinarily handy and useful to have. And I've done videos talking about obviously my pens and notebooks that I love and stuff. So I'll leave a link in the description to my everyday carry video. I also want to just again say a big thank you and give a quick shout out again, as somebody is very kind to send me this beautiful vintage pen, Osmeroid 65, absolutely love it. But the reason I give this a shout out here is because this was the tin that it was sent to me in. And as soon as I saw this tin, I was like, now I've got a use for that. I've been looking for something, a nice solid storage compartment to keep generally out of the way, while I was indoors, but also something nice and simple, small, compact, very durable, very rigid, that I could just throw in my bag, that'd have a few various supplies that are useful to just, well, I like to have them with me just in case. So let's pop the lid open here. As I say, nice simple tobacco tin, so it's metal and nice and solid, gives you that protection for anything you want to put in here. Got this slight sort of foamy ridge here, which helps it be just that little bit more water resistant too. So really, that makes it the ideal small compact storage. Now, what have we got in here? Now, this is something that I like to take out if I'm doing me sort of around 10-mile plus sort of walks, depending on what I'm up to. So I just thought a few simple supplies, simple basics that might be useful, and keeping it all together to just put in and out of my backpack as and when needed obviously means that I'm less likely to forget these or find myself going out without having these items on me. So simple things, got a few tissues and bits and pieces like that. So it's just, again, simple stuff that you might forget if you're in a hurry or just not thinking. We've got some ship matches here, so again, nice simple small pack of matches. Unlikely that you're going to need these in simple short walks. Like I say, this isn't intended to be an incredible save your life in the extreme Everest conditions or anything like that. It's just nice a simple pack really, just of things that you might need in any sort of circumstance. So again, my little Zippo lighter here, absolutely love this thing. Oh my giddy aunt, I managed to get a big pull there. Just recently replaced the wick and that, so that's all in tip-top condition. Again, Dan the narrowboat lad, lovely little engraving there as a gift, so thank you. But yeah, again, lighter and matches, nice and simple, and again, even just having this as a conversation starter of like, oh, have you got a light, mate? Yeah, okay, that sort of thing. It's nice to just have something like that. A pencil, because obviously a pencil is going to be much more reliable than taking pens on you, especially if you're in the wet and need to take a note or two. I normally have, you can see even in my diary, my wallet here, I have sheets of paper thrown in there on top of my actual normal diary and journal. Plasters, pretty self-explanatory why you may or may not want a few plasters about with you. So again, simple stuff that you might forget to take otherwise. Now I've got hay fever tablets here, or anti-allergy, whatever you want to describe them as, but for me, mainly hay fever relief type tablets. Again, a couple of headache tablets here as well. So as I say, it's all about simple stuff to keep together that you might find yourself wanting: plasters, headache, painkillers, tissues. Again, more tissues here. And the reason that I've got these tissues on the top and the bottom is it stops things sliding about and stops a lot of tapping against the metal surface. So you're there, obviously making sure that you're not walking along being annoyed by constant rattling. Elastic band, again, self-explanatory, nice and... Oh, actually, while I'm doing this, there's something somewhere. I wonder... I've got some Field Notes band of rubbers, which are basically really thick rubber bands, which I'll throw in here as well. So in just a second, I will throw that in. In fact, why not? I'll move the camera slightly and see if it's just in this drawer here. which annoyingly it isn't. Okay, well that was disappointing, but basically that is something that I will also add in, just basically a really thick solid rubber band, like probably about 5 times thicker than this, I would say. So again, simple stuff like say tissues, lighter, pencil, rubber band, tablets, plasters, sort of everyday stuff that you might find yourself needing. And also, I like to throw in this little knife here. Now, this is a knife that originally had a locking blade on it, but I cut the little piece out so it doesn't lock. So that obviously, in the UK, it's not legal to carry a locking blade. And again, this is something that's in my backpack. It's in a tub. It's out of harm's way. It's not something that can be seen as like, oh, you're going around with that ready to pull it out or anything. It's as awkward to get to as possible, so it's only there for simple stuff that you may or may not need. And again, even simple stuff like sharpening a pencil, for example. So that's, again, it's just something as a just in case item, not a, oh, we're going to go around taking a knife out. And I'm not a fan of supporting people carrying knives in their pockets or anything like that. But yeah, just wanted to throw that out there. Not literally throw the knife out there. But again, just simple stuff that you may or may not need when you're out and about, all contained in a nice simple package that's solid, durable, really compact, and also pretty tough in terms of it's a metal case, so it's not going to tear or get crushed as easily as, well, hopefully it's not. Just a side note too, to wrap this video up. My Leatherman Micro, now this I absolutely love. I've done a video review looking at this in more depth, but again, this is something that I carry with me all over the place every day, and it's something that once you've got something with all these different tools and all these bits and pieces on, and also like little screwdrivers and just tweezers and stuff, the amount of uses and the amount of random things that you can find to use this with. I mean, it's like the most perfect, most random example of this being a useful object to have was when my friend got his shoelace in a knot and literally could not get it untied and couldn't get his shoe on properly. Yes, it sounds hilarious, and it was, to be honest. But being able to hand him something like this with just something like that, like the little miniature screwdriver attachment there, where he could really get that in and untangle the knots with a way that you just couldn't with your nails. It was one of those things that it was like, well, there's the most random usage of this. Just having these tools with you to be able to go in that sort of random situation. Oh yeah, this will make it easier to sort that out. And it was done in a matter of moments after struggling for ages with his fingers and thumbs to get it open. And that's what I find with something like this, that you don't really realise until you've got it. Oh, hang on, I could use this now. And again, like he had a bike lock that he'd only bought before coming out to see me, and so it had all the plastic tags on while we were out and wanted to lock our bikes up to go into a shop. And it was just a simple thing of like, oh, hang on, how are we going to get this? Oh, don't worry, we can get those off in a snip, quite literally, because I've got a pair of scissors with me at all times. And again, really simple stuff. But yeah, I'm a big fan of that. I'll leave a link to this on Amazon in the video description, and a link to me everyday carry videos and stuff. But ultimately, just wanted to really throw that out there. It's just an idea. Perhaps you've got suggestions, or perhaps it gives you something to think about, stuff that you would personally want to put in something like this, and things that you may want to leave out or add in. But yeah, until the next time, thanks so much for tuning in. Please do check out my other videos for all sorts of other stuff like this from the great outdoors. Feel free to check my short boat life books about my time living on a narrowboat for the Kindle. You'll find links to that in the description, as well as finding me all over the internet posting pictures of the great outdoors and goodness knows what else. Until the next time though, keep it walk-worthy, keep it interesting, and of course, my friends, farewell.